Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the house, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Play Dirty. Looks like a Tubi movie starring Theo Rossi and Ron Perlman from the Sons of Anarchy. Um, Theo's the main character. He plays a corrupt cop who's on the verge of going to jail, and then Ron Perlman is the mob boss who gives him one last mission, and if he does it, he can leave town with $1 million. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 17. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So, Theo Rossi is on the take. He's been on the take. And some cool shots. And it's on Tubi, so it's totally free. Totally free movie. Now, it looks pretty low key, low budget. But I like Theo. He's okay. He's a pretty good actor. He was decent on Sons of Anarchy. I don't quite buy him as a cop, but maybe as a dirty cop. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much very straightforward. This is a very simple movie. I think they're making, content for Tubi. But it doesn't mean it can't be good. It looks fine. I like gangster stuff. It's a bit sort of almost film noir. There's really no good guys here. So Theo's on the take. He's a dirty cop doing things for the mob boss, but his bosses are now very close to catching up to him. So he wants to disappear, and he wants a pile of money to do it. Can't disappear without money. So he tells his girlfriend, "Disappear with me. I'm gonna do this one last job." So it's very much like a low-level crime movie. Do one last job and I'm out. But of course, that one last job is very complicated. Second act, Ron Perlman gives him the ultimatum, said, "Do this last job, kill this rival crime boss, and you could have your money and skip town. That's worth it to me." Of course, he probably goes through hell in the second act trying to kill this crime boss, and then at the end, I'm sure Ron Perlman screws him. And then either Theo dies, and Ron Perlman, he's betrayed by his girlfriend, and it's a kind of a sad ending. Potentially, he does kill Ron Perlman, gets his money and escapes, or they both die. There's a big shootout at the end. He gets shot and then dies trying to get the money. Maybe the girlfriend shows up at the end and takes the money off his body or finishes him off. That's kind of the way a movie like this would end. It's a bit like film noir in its own way. There's no really good guys in this. I'm not sensing any good guys. Not sensing a whole lot of sympathy for Theo. And that's part of the problem with a movie like this. It'll be hard to sympathize with him. Unless he's got something, sometimes they'll take a character like this and they'll give him a sick kid. And then it's like, well, he didn't want to become corrupt, but this was the only way he could pay the medical bills or something like that. Here, I think he just got caught up, and so he's sketchy already. You could see his sketchy beard. that's something they do in movies, right? They just, he's just unshaven. He looks sketchy. Spotty beard. So yeah, I would see this. I mean, I don't like Ron Perlman anymore as a, he's a wackadoo with his political takes, but he does make an okay mobster. He's probably not in the movie all that much. But Theo's in his prime. Perlman's like in his 70s, I think, so he's kind of on his way out. Reading the write-up, with internal affairs on his back, a corrupt cop moonlighting for crime boss must take out a rival if he wants to live long enough to leave town. I mean, for a free movie on Tubi, Yeah, this is top notch, I think. Um, I'm not sure if Tubi made this, but Tubi is either acquiring or making very sort of meat and potatoes kinds of movies. These are going to be fan service movies that, even if they're not that good, they're pretty watchable because you're going to have an ending that makes sense. Right? It's not trying to be anything it's not. And for some movies that's fine. For some movies, transcending the medium is just not going to happen. There's a straight up corrupt cop thing. Yeah, you could get into some subtext here, but it's going to be pretty straightforward. First act, he's taking all the money. Internal affairs is on his back. Second act, the mob boss offers him $1 million. He kills a lot of dudes along the way. Kills the mob boss. Goes back to Perlman. Third act, he's betrayed. And then the resolution, which, again, I think could probably end with everybody dying. Or just Theo. Just Theo. Ron Perlman goes on to continue to commit crime. Yeah, I would check it out. It's free. How bad could it be? I mean, check it out. If you get halfway through it, it sucks. Just bail. The only problem is, again, Theo's not a very sympathetic character. So some people will bail about halfway through. They'll just get bored. The moment the action stops, they'll just get bored because they don't really care about Theo. Unless they give us some reason. Now, he has a girlfriend, and he's, if she's a good person and then maybe he's helping her, that gives you some amount of ammo to root for him. So, yeah, I would check it out. It's called Play Dirty, about a dirty cop. Rated R for adult situations. I don't know. It's on Tubi, so I guess it's not rated R. Anyhow, that's it for me. Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the house. I will be at ReplayCon in Hamilton, New Jersey at the American Legion Hall tomorrow from 9 to 5. And that's going to be a brand new show in the area. So I hope everybody in the Hamilton area or nearby, please come out and support a new show. I have no idea the vendors, but this is a new area. So I think, this is new ground, and we need to support a new show. So please come out and support the new show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you